Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Idle Talk Minis. We have done 4 pieces of podcast content in 3 days.
Yes.
Which is a lot for
Yes,
us.
sir.
I'm not going to lie to you. Pink light today. Is it too bright? I don't know. I don't care. I mean, I do care, but you know.
Only if like standing in.
We'll see.
Otherwise, not really.
Gym tan laundry done.
Yep.
If you seen the beginning of the episode, I've now started attaching
to pick my arms up.
vlogs to the beginning of the podcast, so the YouTube people will be excited for that. If you're watching us on YouTube. Spotify, and Apple Podcast
Shorts.
people,
Shorts.
no, but they don't get to see the whole thing together.
Oh.
You know, only the YouTube people get to see it all clipped together.
Yeah.
I did post one the other day. You know, when we were in Lodi, whatever that place is, the supermarket, Little.
Oh, Lighty or whatever.
Lighty,
like,
right?
I thought you were talking about the town.
The town Lodi? Nah.
I was like, what?
You know the challenge we did. I'm actually very impressed,
under 10?
Fabian. Let's
Under
get
10?
it. Let's get into the stats because I'm actually super impressed with what you did. So we were doing the challenge I've been doing. I started this. I've invented this challenge, and it was 100 reps of 135 under 10 sets. The first time I did it, I failed that. That shit was hard. So I did it with you today.
Did the first time you did also
I did it by
plate?
myself.
But did you do also a plate? Or did you?
I did a plate. I started with a plate because I think it just the 135 pounds just sounds cooler than like anything else.
Gotcha.
So I did that, and then you did it today. But we alternated for you, altered it. We altered it for you, because you know you've been in and out the gym the last few months. So I didn't think it was fair to force him to do a 135. But he did 25 with his 25 pounds on each side, and I thought, this bitch, he's lying. He's stronger than what he led on to be. Because as soon as you unracked that shit, I was like, that shit was too easy. That was too easy for you.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was, bro. You unracked that shit, and then you did 10 like in 5 seconds, and I was like, he's gonna body this.
That's the same way you unrack the
He's
plate.
gonna body this, but let's face it, Fabian. I feel like benching is in my DNA. Right?
What?
I think it is. Benching, no matter how, remember last week when I told you, or on Saturday when I was like, I was scared of doing 225 and I haven't done it in a long time. And then I did 2 confidently just because you was there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I feel like it's like a bike. You don't forget it. You know, but some people, very few people do forget how to ride a bike. And that's okay. So I didn't know which one of those people you were.
I don't know if I forgot how to bench.
If you would,
I just don't think my muscles are as big as they were a few months ago.
I don't think it's size. I think it's endurance. I was surprised at the muscle endurance you had. You had, you know, like you did 25 of anything. 25 reps of anything is impressive, no matter who tells you otherwise. So I was like
25 of just the bar.
That's pretty. I mean, what if you've never benched the bar? And you did 25,
makes sense,
you know?
yeah.
You know, so you've never done 25 reps of anything on the bar.
Yep.
And today was the first day you
it
did, so
was.
that's impressive to me. So I give you props for that. So you knocked out 25 immediately. I was like, God damn. And then you know me, I got a big ego. So I was like, I got to get 20 at least. I was like, I got to try to get there. So I got 22. Not too bad. Made good progress on the first set. But I did tell you beforehand, I was like, this first set is super crucial.
Yeah.
Because it sets the tone, and you get to see how tiring it really is.
Yeah, I was trying to get past 25. The goal was 25. That's that was the passing grade for me because you said we're trying to get at least 25 at least.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, okay, that's the passing grade. Let's see if I can get past 25. But I couldn't. I almost died at 25.
You did. I saw that.
Yeah.
And there was something, like a light flicked in your eyes at like 19 when you were getting to 20. And I was like, okay, he's starting to feel it. And so I kind of want to know your thought process versus like the first time, like getting to 25. Like when you got, because there was always a number, right? You would pass maybe like 10 or like 15 and you were like, God damn, this is crazy. So what were you thinking?
The first one was 20.
Yeah. So that was the
once
number.
I hit 20, I was like, I don't think I could do more than 20.
And then you got 5 extra.
And I was like, try to get 5. He said 25. I was like, try to get 5. 5 isn't a big number, right? So in my head, I'm like, it's a little number. We can do 5.
Yeah.
But at 4, I was like, oof.
You're like, shit.
Yeah, I was close.
Crazy.
I was close to dying at 4.
Yeah.
And so I was like, just one more.
But you got it though.
Yeah, I did.
You killed that shit.
But then after I finished, I was like, there's no way I can do that again.
Yeah, but then you did it, but not the same.
No, never
not the
again.
Same
I didn't.
Number, but
yeah,
but
I never
you
did 25
finished
again.
the challenge, which
Yes,
says
for
a
sure.
lot because
Yeah.
with the first time I did the challenge, I only got like 73 or less.
I was panicking that I wasn't gonna make it either. Though.
Yeah, but I feel like when there's another person there, you kind of just feel like an extra bonus, like Goku, give me your strength. Like when he's doing a spirit bomb, yeah. So I feel like you were kind of getting some energy because I was looking at you, I was staring at you. I was counting you. I was like,
oh, I didn't know it.
Staring at you.
I didn't notice. I was looking at the ceiling, or I was almost passing out. So
you did say I lost count because I started to black out, and I was like, I don't know how you. I don't know count.
What set it was, but
that second to last one. You was
my vision went black.
You had like 17 left at that point, and you knocked out 12, and I was like, oh shit. You knocked out enough to where like you couldn't just end at 100 perfectly. Yeah. You know, and so that's why
it looked stupid if I just did 5.
Exactly.
After I've been doing 16 for everyone, so I was like, I'll at least do like 10.
And you did. Yeah. And I was impressed. I was like, God damn, this guy killed that shit. He got 106.
I almost knocked the thing off the bar at one point too.
That was hilarious. Yeah. Because I felt like you were getting up from the bench, and then for some reason your hand just didn't unwrap.
I didn't let go for some reason. I don't know why. It was like my brain wasn't working. Yeah, my brain wasn't working. It was from all the lifting.
But then you put it back easily, though. Yeah. Like, all right. Because I would have just dropped that shit.
I think the reason it was adrenaline. It was like, I don't want to look like a fool. Don't drop it. Pick it up immediately.
There were some people
because I was so exhausted, and if it was anything else, I probably would have dropped it. But because I was like, don't embarrass yourself in front of all these fucking people, I got it up.
Bro said the gym is packed. I'm like, you just got anxiety, bro.
No, it is regular, packed, bro. It was. We didn't even get to do leg press because there was 2 people on the chat.
They were texting, 3 sets of texts.
They were sitting there to each other, like,
and then 3 sets
talking to each other instead of just using the one machine and alternating between the 2 of them while they talk.
Nope.
They want to take up both fucking leg presses.
They did both.
After they added another one in the gym for specifically people who just took up the leg press, they're like, you know what we're gonna do? Take up 2 of them.
2 leg presses.
Take up the 2 that we have in the gym. Oh my goodness, it's unstoppable. People are just weird, bro.
You know what the issue to that is?
They don't.
No. You know what the solution
dumb people.
Is? You know
There's no solution. You could add 16 of them, and there's gonna be 16 people doing the same bullshit.
You raise the monthly membership.
No, please
raise it.
No, why am I being penalized for dumb people?
No, I'm saying new enrollments.
Oh, okay. Then yes.
You literally probably like AAA get away with it.
Yeah, I say
like
do it.
We would convert yours to like a founder's membership, and then
everybody
else is.
I think the first week that gym opened, I was a member.
Which is crazy because how did you even figure out about that?
A lot of the boys I was working out with at the time, they all live in Bergenfield, or not all of them, but most of them live in Bergenfield, and they were like, "Yo, there's a gym opening up in Bergenfield."
What city was the retro you went to? You used to go to Retro Fitness.
I don't know where the fuck it is, if I'm being honest, but it was closer.
Oh, it was
than Bergenfield. Yeah,
it's like 16 minutes away from here.
Yeah. So yeah, they told me there was a gym opening up. I went through. I saw how good it was, and I was like, yeah.
They said, "Come through, Fabian."
It was better than the retro that we were going to, and it was better than the Fitness Factory I went to before that, and it was better than
down the street. You went to Fitness Factory?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that shit's expensive.
Is it?
Yeah. Mm. And then I went to 24 Hour. We went to 24 Hour for a bit. It was okay.
You went to LA for a bit.
Yeah. That was okay too.
That was our LA era.
Yeah, in Lodi.
I fumbled that baddie.
In Lodi.
I still don't. I can't get her out of my head.
Really?
I was feeling her.
I don't even remember what the fuck she looked like.
I don't remember what she looked like. But I feel like it's an ongoing joke that we got here going on. But yeah, we finished the challenge in 7 sets.
7 instead of the 9. That was the loudest.
Like 9 is the max.
I was thinking of like, do we keep going? And then I was like, I'm not built for that.
You should
like at 7 sets. Oh, we did it. I was like, thank God.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If you would have suggested to do more,
I
would have been like,
I know you would have, because in my head I was like, we could keep going and finish 9, but then I was like, I don't got it.
Say less. I would have said.
I didn't have it in me. I was so tired. I was like, if he makes me do like 8, 9 sets, I'm gonna cry, bro.
Remember when we like halfway, like 4 sets in, we were like, we could probably do something else too after this.
I would have done, like, if you were like, let's go do legs, I would have done legs.
I was trying.
It's just that.
But you know how how tired we were, and then bro, I was just over it too. Mentally, I was also tired, and I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna go home.
I think what ruined my mood is the fact that everything was closed. Bro, I think I was happy as fuck because I was like, well, I'm about to get a bun and done burger.
The bun and done?
Yeah, I was about to get a bun and done burger. I'm mad happy about it.
Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Look. Zoom in. Favorite, do the zoom in feature with me. Zoom in. They were fucking closed. And then guess what? We were like, you know what? Let's hit up our old little boo, our old thing. Let's go to Sandwichitos. And guess what? They were fucking closed. And we were like, you know what?
Let's get pizza.
He's like, yo, this pizza down the block is mad good.
Called Urban Tomato.
And then guess what? They were fucking closed. And we just sat there. We just were defeated.
We were.
And we were debating. We're like, let's go to Brownstone. right?
But then we realized I don't got time for that.
Yes, you didn't realize. I said, yo, this is a sit down restaurant. Even if we order just like one single thing, it's gonna be like 45 minutes at least.
And that's if it's slow. Like that's if it's just us.
That's on a good day.
Yeah,
a good day.
Because if they're busy, we're gonna be sitting there for a long.
And so we
time.
just sat there, and I was like, we drove by. We kept driving. We were driving on the way back. Brownstone was our last option.
Yeah.
And then we did something. We big backed, and got a Big Mac. Well, I got a Big Mac. You got a quarter pounder with cheese or no cheese?
Cheese, yeah.
Yeah. So we got that, and then we just sat there. We ate it real quick.
It wasn't as good.
Your quarter pounder? I don't know. My Big Mac was fucking flames.
I don't know. Maybe I just don't like McDonald's anymore.
I mean, it was
okay.
It was literally our last resort.
Yeah.
So I can see that you might be a little disappointed, but I guess because.
But even back then, McDonald's used to hit. I'd be like, whatever.
You know, I think it's just different ingredients, and we're also getting older too. So
I think that's what.
I
I think my taste buds are different.
Taste buds are developing differently.
I don't fuck with McDonald's as much as I used to as a kid.
We kind of entertained the thought. Remember when I made a food TikTok of that like Greek Italian place that was right next to Sandwichitos that had the pasta made in the cheese?
Yeah,
Portos. Yeah, we like
that's
briefly
also a sit down.
We briefly debated that for a second.
Yeah,
we were like thinking about it.
Sit down.
But if we had a little bit more time, I think we would have.
Yeah, if I didn't work today. Then
yeah, I think we would have done that. And that's just where we're at in our lives. You know, we're elevated. So I saw a lot of teenagers in McDonald's, and this is gonna connect to that story I told you about earlier. But yeah, I mean, I remember being that age and going to McDonald's with my homies. It's fucking
loitering.
They were literally loitering. It was like noon, and they were at fucking McDonald's. I was like, what the fuck are they doing?
That's what I
there?
used to do as a high schooler.
Just
too. We used to just hang out at McDonald's for no
day.
reason. What the fuck was wrong with us?
It's you have
It used to be like a group of dudes, a group of girls. We take two tables and just
fuck around for like
sit
6
down.
hours.
Yeah, sit down. And we would order food here and there,
but you would order
but not enough.
To justify the
not
time.
enough to justify how long we were sitting in there for sure.
It's because at that age you lack creativity.
You're like, what should we do? Let's just
I don't
sit
know.
here.
You just sit there and you're okay with that at that age.
Yeah, because
like
you're entertaining yourself. Yeah,
and that's what sometimes all it takes. So that's why
some of the best memories I had is like
it's
just fucking around with friends in like a parking lot or some shit,
or like the front steps of your school.
Yeah,
and it's like 5 p.m. and you're still there. Mm-hmm. I'm like, why the fuck are we still at
school? Why are we still at school? Why did we walk home already?
Well, yeah, exactly. And some of them used to live like dumb far, and I used to live around the corner, so it didn't matter to me. I was happy.
Damn.
But you had the people who had to take the fucking bus, or sometimes the group was big enough that where multiple people lived in the same area, and they would just walk home together
as a group,
and then it would just be another side quest storyline the next day. Like, yo, you never guess what happened.
Everyone knows walking home.
Yeah. So, I mean, at that age, it's hilarious. So we did that. Then connecting that story to that teenager I told you. When I was on vacation, I went to Harvard. I got to visit Harvard
University.
Yeah, Harvard University in Massachusetts.
Did you get merch?
Huh? No. We went to because there was a restaurant. There was a Korean barbecue restaurant on that campus, like in the area, and so we went. And there was a group of young college students. Usually, the first 2 weeks of August is an opportunity for people to move in early, and those are usually the freshmen. Yeah, the freshmen, they get 2 weeks on campus. Just freshmen, they get to interact with each other, make friends. That way, it eases them into the school year.
Yeah.
A little bit easier. Makes that process a little bit easier. You already have your homies. You already know you can meet them at lunch. Right? Go over your schedules.
Make your whole little friend group before.
But there was a guy in the table next to us, right? Right where you're exactly sitting. Just pretend there's a little bit of a sliver,
like a slight space.
Yeah.
Tables,
So the guy sitting next to me.
KBBQ, they be stacking.
They be stacking the tables like it's Minecraft.
They be stacking y'all like your sardines.
Or like
as many as grills they can fit in that restaurant as many tables open.
That was one of my biggest criticisms in there. I'm like, there's mad people in here. There's mad smoke.
Yeah.
Fire alarms going off. Nobody's caring. Like, it's not a real fire. So he was there. I think he has to have been of like an Asian descent. I don't want to assume which one
Asian
he was.
American.
Yeah, or maybe an immigrant. Who knows?
Okay.
Because he was looking kind of like modern, like his clothes wise, his haircut wise, but that probably could have been
Harvard.
Like
Harvard.
He a smarty pants.
Yeah,
right?
he's smart.
He's smart.
That's a lot.
He's smarty.
Or he's rich.
Or both.
Could be both.
But so that could have been, he could have got dripped out over like the 2 weeks that he was there, right? So he's sitting there, like right next to me, literally right where you are, Fabian, but there's a little sliver of table.
Space. Yeah, I know.
So he's sitting next to me, and I think he's on like a date, but his date is not directly across him.
Is it just him and one other person?
No, it's like a group of 5.
Okay.
But again, like I told you, there was another kid on the side that did not look like he was a part of that group, so he definitely was third wheeling with somebody. So the girl across from him directly across from him was dating the guy that was sitting next to him.
Okay.
And his date was like sitting across from him, like diagonally. So the dating game in 2024 for young college kids is weird. I don't know why it's like X'd.
So it's not so awkward. You don't have to look straight in the eyes of someone.
I'm trying to fall in love, baby
Look
girl.
on the side of their face.
I mean, that's...
Some people don't like eye contact when they speak. I don't mind it, but that's just because I was raised to like make eye contact.
How do you?
It makes me uncomfortable, but I was raised.
But you're doing it.
Yeah, but I do it because I was raised to do it because it was seen as
that's rude.
like super rude not to look at people in the eyes.
So to go on a side tangent, the kid, he was cooking. He knew what he was doing. So he was like in charge of the grill. So I was fake watching him. And and then when we got our meat to start cooking and stuff, I started doing what he was doing. So I looked like I was a pro. They're like, yo, Fernando's cooking up. I'm like, yo, I copied my man right there. Like I saw him fucking put the sauce on the meat and then cook it instead of cooking it first and then putting the sauce on. I was like, I saw him cook the meat in the sauce. So I was, impressing
Smart,
impressing
but
the table.
I don't like doing that.
Oh, why?
Because you fucking with the grill, the cast iron.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You're putting seasoning on it, and that's why it's smoking.
Oh, yeah, we did smoke the shit out of ourselves.
And that's why you probably had to change your grill a bunch.
Well, she changed it. She offered.
That's why you order seasoned meats like bulgogi and other stuff, like at the end.
We did get seasoned meats. We did get
immediately.
No, but like the package. The package we got came with mad shit.
Yeah.
It was like
usually you want to go for the unseasoned ones first, so that you can cook it and then season it yourself at the table.
I think they brought out the unseasoned meat first, and then the seasoned meats. Like was the second round. Yeah. But I was just.
But if you was already seasoning the meat and then cooking it, there's no point in that.
I didn't know that. Again, that's my first time being there, Faber, and I told you that. I don't know why you're making me feel bad.
No, I'm just saying.
I thought I was doing something good. I was impressing people. It
probably tasted good.
I was like, yo, it looks like I know what I'm doing.
But that restaurant probably hated you because of how many times they had to switch out your grill.
No. We cooked one thing and then they're like, replace it? I was like, I guess.
Yes, because they saw you cooking marinated beef and they're like, these fucking dickheads.
I didn't do it the first time. Because I think we just had regular steak. I'm like, let's see how this tastes like. And then so we just cooked it regular. And then
I went on a tangent like crazy. Continue your story. The man was cooking beef.
He was cooking beef.
I'm so sorry.
And I was copying him. Right? I think I started this tangent, by the way, because I wanted to explain like how I was impressing the table with that. But so he's sitting next to me, right? And this whole time, like they're like having fun, like he's having the time of his life. Favorite. He's having the greatest time.
Are they drinking?
No, they're like 18 years old. They're freshmen in college.
Damn.
So he's like taking photos of people. He's like taking really good photos. Right? He's like pa
of the lady
of like his friends. Like he's like taking group photos, selfies and shit.
That's cute.
Yeah. He's making memories. Like
that's cute. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So he's having a good time, and then I don't know when the other people on the other side started taking photos, but then like eventually
started excluding him.
No, I heard this. The girl, his date, quote unquote, his date, took a photo of him, and she was like, "Oh my god, you look so chinky in this." And then she showed him.
What ethnicity was his date?
Oh, it was a big bag white girl.
Big backed white girl.
Big bag white girl. She looked like Shrek.
Damn,
low key.
He was letting her do her like.
Bro, and that's why I was like, my immediate reaction, because the feedback I get at work sometimes from my coworkers is like, yo, you just say things.
Outlandish
like,
shit.
You just say shit that like you react out loud. Like you don't react in your head. And so I was like, damn, that's racist, dumb, loud.
Yeah.
And then I looked at her. I was like, damn, that's racist. Like I turned and I looked at her. And then because she's white. Again,
she got quiet.
She got so red. She got so red. But that's like casual racism that people deal with,
don't realize
and they don't realize in the moment.
For sure.
We were having that discussion earlier. I was like, like as is crazy, like 27 years old. Like I can see that outside looking in, like that's a situation that casual racism is going to be in, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn. And probably when I was his age. Like, I probably was just trying to fit in, too. Like, I was just hanging out with people.
That would say crazy shit?
Not that I would say crazy shit, but I could see myself at that age more likely to be in that scenario. For sure,
yeah. I think I was friends at that age with people who very clearly didn't like me because of the way I looked differently or this color of my skin. But I definitely was like,
you
definitely
put up with it. You put up with it,
I put up with it, but then I became the cool black guy, right? Of the group, right? Because usually races don't like black people, but then they're like, but this black guy's cool.
Yeah, he's one of the good ones.
There you go. That's the thing. But I was like, I want to be accepted as a kid, so I was like, that's okay. Looking back on it, definitely not. I would rather just not be friends with you.
Accepted at all.
I'd just rather not be friends with you.
They just wanted me to prove a point that they weren't racist.
They were racist. Yeah, pretty much is what it was. Like, no, I got a black friend.
Yeah, Fabian, he's black, right?
Yeah.
He counts.
That's what it is.
He counts as
usually what it is, actually.
So I saw that.
But I've seen that a lot, though. It still happens.
It happens to this day.
I still see kids that give away N-word passes and like try to fit in just because they don't want. Because the thing is, like,
want to be alone.
When you're different, especially different in an environment where it's a majority of whites, Asians, or whatever the case, you will be ostracized. I've been in plenty of cases where like a majority a white school, a majority Asian school, and I'm the one black kid or the few like 4 or 5 black kids, and it's like, we don't really want to talk to him because he's outside of the group. And I always find that very weird as growing up. If your friend group is completely the same race, not one difference, it's weird.
Or if there's only one, it's still weird too.
Yeah,
but it's a different level.
It seems like no, but there's some people who legit won't let people into their friend group unless they're like the same race. Like I've known so many Korean friend groups that don't let other people in if they're not Korean, and even other Asians where they're like, no, you're not Korean.
You're not Korean, sorry.
And I'm like, what?
That is a little weird.
That's so weird to me. Like, bro, grow up.
It's like
go find some diversity in your friend group because if you don't have it, it's a sad existence. You don't know culture outside of your own.
Nope, and then you can't experience life differently. You're experiencing the same thing.
Yep. Like, and you'll always have these weird viewpoints on other cultures because you've never experienced them.
Never experienced it. Exactly.
Judgmental.
So I was sitting there and I'm having a discussion with my table. I'm like, because we're going towards the end of their third time there. Yeah. And the bill comes and then that kid pays it. The one that was being called chink. Being called chinky. So he pays the bill.
That's crazy.
And then I turn at him. I'm like, you better get that Venmo. I'm like, you better get that Venmo. You better send that Venmo request. Because when they left, I was really like thinking about it. I was like, what if that kid's not rich? Right? What if he's really here on like an academic scholarship, right?
He's just very smart.
Now you're just wasting your scholarship on
to make friends.
Like people who probably are not going to be your friends 4 years
college,
later.
Yeah.
Like
not even probably in college they're probably going to fuck with you just cuz you're the one paying for the food or paying for the lunches for the group and then all of a sudden when you're not the cool one or the one that's like doing what they want to do or included into what they're doing, you're just going to be cast to the side.
Because low-key, he was shitting on them. On them. They were talking about their classes. He's like, yeah, man, I got to take advanced calculus. And they were like, what?
So a lot of them were like,
they were like average. They were like regular, regular regulars. And he was.
I mean, I can't talk shit.
Bro was taking advanced calculus.
I definitely can't get accepted in Harvard. I know that much. Hell no.
Even if you did, you'd probably be taking the regular math like the other people.
Oh, for sure. I'd be the nigga. Would be like, huh? Calculus? They do that here?
I'm like, you guys got words in your equations. And it's not like if Sally had 3 apples and now Billy gave her 4. How many apples?
I've always hated those. I think from the moment I started doing math and they started adding words to them, I was like, what is this?
Nah, advanced calculus goes crazy.
Like open word questions at the end of every test. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
Questions?
I'm like, what are we doing, bro? Like, this is math. Why are we writing paragraphs now? What is this?
So yeah, he was shitting on him. He clearly probably was there on an academic scholarship, and I was like, "Yo, these people aren't gonna be your friends for your whole life."
Won't be, bro. Shout out whoever you are, sir.
They gonna be gone by like spring semester. Either they're gonna get kicked out or they're gonna drop you from the friend group.
Maybe he'll be different and he'll be like them.
I hope
not. I hope not. Don't change for nobody, bro. Except yourself.
So I was really experiencing that as a third party. I was like, second party.
I hope whenever I have a kid, my kid doesn't feel obligated to do the same thing.
You know what that boils down to? It boils down to
self-confidence,
taking their will away. So if you make them do things because you said so, it takes away their free will, and the lack of free will takes away. Like,
so that in friend groups they feel like they don't have a say.
That they have to follow
whatever the group leader says.
Exactly, because of how you've been raising them in that scenario. So you just teach them. Teach them the power of thinking for themselves. But
there's also difference.
There is. I was raised like that. I don't think you need to
to
drink bleach. But you know what? If you want to taste
but you didn't grow up with a Hispanic mom who said no because no, a lot.
That kind of leads into like why I would just lie all the time.
So you just became a liar?
I was so good at lying, favorite. I love lying. I think I was speaking with Selena's. I think on the podcast that we just never released one day. Because she got really, really real on that episode. But I still remember I played it for you, but we never aired it. And I was like, man, I just love lying. It's just because I had to do it so often, and it just became super easy. And then she was like, you're a sociopath. And I was like, well, I don't do it anymore. Or is that a lie?
Oh, damn.
Hey!
Oh, shit.
We're getting real meta with it.
But no, I mean, for me, my mom...
Did you lie to your mom often?
Did you I did, but not often. But I did lie to her for sure.
She'd be like, "What are you doing?"
I'd lie to her.
Call me on my phone, and I could literally be at football practice, and then I know she's not home. I'm like, "Nah, I'm about to walk home. Why? What's up?" And like levels. Like I didn't need to. I could have said I was at football practice.
I think
But I just knew she was gonna ask me questions.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm walking home.
Deal with them.
I'm on the way home.
I feel that. I probably lied about locations a lot. Like I'm here when I'm not actually there, or vice versa. But what I was doing, no, I think my mom. I don't know. I don't know if it was like afraid or respect when I growing up. Like I respected my mom so much that I really didn't do
fear and respect
bad things
are not interchangeable.
As a teenager, I think I started doing bad things, quote unquote, as an adult with my own free will. But as a kid, even when I grew up with a mom that would be like no because I said no. No matter the friend group, I think as I grow up, I just stopped caring. I was like, I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want to conform to y'all just because I want y'all to like me. There was like a switch on me eventually. Then I was like, I'm okay with being the weird kid that nobody talks to.
You know what?
And I became that. You know,
the older you get, the easier you can tell, like off the first meeting, if that person's gonna be like a consistent part of your life. Even if it's a friend or it's like a potential relationship or anything like that. The older you get, the more time you don't have to waste. Yeah. So you're just like, what's up, man? Great meeting you. Never think about that person again. Yeah. Never talk to that person again.
Pretty much.
Don't even exchange any contact information. Just go about your life.
Yeah.
But when you're younger, I feel like
you try to be friends with everybody.
You try
to.
You want to find those core people. Sure, yeah. And sometimes it takes 11 shitty people before you find the good person. Yeah. And then
you're right.
20 more shitty people, and then you get the third guy, and you're like, oh, now we're a trio.
Yeah.
We get to do things on our own.
You're not wrong, yeah.
So
I definitely went through a lot of friendships.
It's definitely a lot of trial and error as you grow up.
So
wow, look at us. We're talking about life advice as old men. Things I wish I knew in my 20s.
I'm still in my 20s, bro.
While I'm in my 20s still.
What
else can we talk about, man? The value of money. Let's talk about money.
Sure.
I'm feeling.
The value of money is ass now.
I'm feeling motivated to kind of continue life advice. Now I feel like we're gonna flip flop opposite perspectives because now I feel like the older you get, the more money you can't afford to waste.
For sure.
But the younger you are, so what? You got $12 in your bank account. You won't get paid next week.
So you're saying don't save as a youngin'?
I don't know, man. I think you should definitely fuck around a lot.
Balls to the wall as a youngin'.
You should fuck around. You should fuck around a lot. I think 4 years in college, you should fuck around a lot. You getting financial aid next week. You getting your paycheck from working the campus store. If you live on campus, you should fuck around.
If you have rich parents, I endorse it. Go nuts.
Even if you're poor. No. Even if the state is giving you financial aid, grants, scholarships.
It's going to eat your ass out in the future, bro. Don't do it.
I'm like, you already going to be in debt because you were 4 years in school, so you might as well.
No, don't make it worse. If you're not rich, don't make it worse.
I don't know.
If you're rich, go nuts. I agree. If you're rich and your family can bail you out, go nuts. I don't give a fuck. Go crazy.
Nah, I think there's...
Do whatever the fuck you want.
No, I just feel like even if you're not rich, you should still be entitled to have some kind of irresponsibility.
I think you are entitled to enjoy your life and do things, but I think you need to be a little bit more responsible for when you come from nothing. Because
which sucks.
Then you're... Right? Don't it, bitch? You can't enjoy life the way everyone else around you is. I know, but like when you grow up with less opportunities, you have to be the I don't know, like the grounded one. Like, oh, I can't go out and go drinking this week with my buds because I have to pay rent and no one's gonna really help me with that this week. Or I have books to buy and I need to lock in for my class so that way.
Just go on.
But if you got money and your parents are out here buying your textbooks and buying you a car and got your phone bill paid and your rent paid and you're chilling and you have nothing to worry about besides studying, have the time of your life.
You're not even doing that because you're having the time of your life.
But have the time of your life because it only gets worse. It gets so much more stressful as you get older, dog.
Not for them.
And I really didn't believe it as a kid. I was like, what do you mean?
It's so easy. I'm going to have so much fun.
Yeah.
And look at you, favorite. Not having
stress
fun
out of my fucking mind. Yeah, it sucks out here.
Not having fun at all.
It sucks being an adult.
Then you got to get married soon.
Eventually.
You know?
Like you know what? I'll die alone.
You got to have kids.
Nah,
society is going to peer pressure you. Not society, your mother.
Where's
my grandkid?
She has grandkids.
Yeah, but she's like, where's my grandkid from
my
you?
brother got 2 kids.
What about you, Fabian?
And I got I got 2 sisters. They got kids. I'm the cool uncle.
Boy,
I'm the cool uncle that show up like Uncle Jesse from Family House.
Family House?
Is that
Full
what
House?
it's called? It was Full House. Oops.
You said Family Guy and Full House at the same time.
Full House. I'm Uncle Jesse. I'm the one that pull up and just be like, "What's up? I'm cool."
Are you though?
I like to think I am.
Nah, you're like the antisocial uncle. You're like, "Hi guys," and then you sit in the corner.
Fuck you. Nuh-uh. Because I pull up high. And when I'm high, I have confidence of a king.
Huh?
I pull up high. And when I'm high, I'm confidence of a king, baby.
No, you're the high uncle.
For sure.
You're just they're like, oh, don't worry, he's high.
People like that now.
He's gonna go in the corner later.
Nuh-uh. When I'm high, I'm energetic.
That shit don't last that long. Not if you.
When you crossed, hell yeah. I'm telling you, it does. Confidence through the roof when you got liquor and
marijuana.
Weed. Yeah.
So you chill. Your anxiety is chilled, and now you get the confidence.
That's what I'm saying.
Drunk, you're like, yeah,
liquid courage.
Yeah, that's
all
what
that mental illness disappears when the brain is working correctly.
Not disappears. That's kind of crazy.
I mean,
no, I know,
right. Not disappears, but it's still there. But I'm not really. My brain ain't focused on it, so it's chilling.
It's like back of the mind.
Yeah,
back of the mind. Peace.
Like usually, anxiety is so loud, it sucks everything out. But then when you're like drunk, the brain is like, anxiety's being loud. It's like, we don't give a fuck right now.
Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up. It's like the cops are at the door. They're like, bang, close the door. Like, we don't give a fuck right now.
Fuck you.
But then hours later, whatever the fuck I was stressing about comes back.
That's actually so funny.
But yeah.
That's I guess we'll wrap up this mini. It's in like life advice, things that we wish we knew in our 20s while being 20. That's what I'm gonna call it. Fernando, editing later. That's the title you should use.
Start building credit when you're young,
or start stealing people's identities. That was this week's mini. We will see you on the next one. And shout out to this thing I bought. Now we get to record as many as we want because I get to charge my batteries in this thing. And now I have 3 batteries for the camera, Fabian. We finally fixed it. I fixed it. I figured it out. I finally bought the right thing.
Moving up.
And this only cost me $20 because I got a $43 credit on my Amazon account. So and
why else you got a lot of money?
Boy math.
Huh?
Because I bought the wrong thing for $43 and then I sent it back. Literally 3 days ago.
What else?
What do you mean what else?
No reason.
What?
Nothing.
That's the only reason.
No, yeah.
What are you trying to get at?
Nothing.
You should
end it.
You're trying to hurt my feelings.
Just end it, bro.
No. We just talk about it. What are you trying to say?
Bro.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
You think I got the credit illegally?
No.
That's just an automatic refund. I'm
gonna tell you once you end it. Just
why?
End it.
Why? You call me a Karen?
No.
We're gonna talk about that.
You are a Karen,
I'm
but
a
I
Karen,
fuck
ladies
I
and
fuck
gentlemen.
with it though, because I'm not one. So you get to be the Karen for me.
I fight for the voiceless,
I don't
for
give
the
a shit
anxious, for the people.
Like I'll be mad as a bitch, but I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck enough to make a.
I'm getting you your refund.
I don't give a fuck enough to do any of that.
I'm getting you your credit, everybody. You know when they say this line is recorded, they listening to my recordings. They're like, damn, how is he shitting on us? What policies is he pulling up? That's why they record the customer service calls, because of me. Because I'm fighting for our rights.
Like, it's okay, thank you, I appreciate
like, all right,
you.
Thanks. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Yeah,
actually, can you charge me again? Actually, twice.
Literally, I be such a people pleaser on the phone. I'm like, oh, no, don't even worry about it. Y'all fucked me. Nah, don't even worry about it.
I'd be like this.
Don't even worry about it. You fucked me. You charged me 13 times. Don't even worry about it. You gonna credit me back in 17 days?
I've been a customer for 9 years. Why are you treating me like that? I'd be going crazy on them. Favorite, somebody has to
do it, bro.
Somebody has to.
I don't give a fuck enough, bro.
Somebody has to, and it's me.
Like, I'm angry for like 2 minutes, and then I don't give a shit anymore.
If you got a problem, hit me up.
For sure.
Send me the email you use to buy whatever. Send me your number or whatever, your name, and I'm gonna fight for you.
He's gonna pretend he's you on the phone.
Or your account's gonna be closed. So that's happened to me a few times.
They're like, all right, well, bye.
But then I make another email, I make another one, and then I fight them again. One time, this guy, last like 2 minutes. I was on the customer service chat on T-Mobile with the app, and the guy was like, I'm going to close the conversation. And then I reopened it. I was like, connect me to the guy I was just talking to.
Damn, I hate those.
And then they called me. They were like,
I need a phone. And I hate robots. I hate talking to robots. That shit get me so mad.
They called me, and I shat on all of them. I was like, you need to do a written performance notice, because now I know words, like HR words. When you gotta do a written performance notice, like I don't think that's acceptable. I talk to them calm, and then if I don't get what I want still, then I start shitting on them. And then eventually, after 3 hours, I will get what I want. 3 hours, bro.
That's not worth it.
To me, it's worth it, Fabian. To me, it's worth every single penny, because I know deep down inside, I defeated a corporation for that one moment in time.
I guess, yeah.
I put him down.
Yeah, you got it back.
I put him down. You won. You put him down. I won, but at what cost, Fabian?
Mental anguish.
I probably won't make it past 70.
Mental
to be
anguish.
honest.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
I won't make it past 70, but you know what?
You got your $30.
Every battle I've picked, I've won. And I do it for the people out there. The people who don't want to do it. Just know, if you're being wronged, I'm probably being wronged too, but I'm getting my lick back for all of us. At the end of the day, they're listening to those recorded phone calls and like, damn, that guy's fucking angry. But I don't start off angry. I slowly change my tone to pissed. Like I release it in stages, you know. So it sounds like they're fucking up really bad. Yeah, they're like, okay,
he's not just irrational.
Yeah, they're like, damn, he
started off calm. He wasn't irrational.
Going back, you should like that third time. You should have probably.
And he was really rational with us in the beginning.
Like he was explaining full sentences. Now he's giving you 1-word replies. I'm like, maybe that third time you should have went back. You should have been like, all right, here's your credit back. You know, so that was this week's menu, guys.
I gotta try it once.
I don't know
if I can do it, bro.
I'm so sorry. I'm doing something new. Bye.
I start yelling immediately. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to yell at you.
This is not me. I'm not acting.
I'm not this person.
I'm not acting the way I'm supposed to. I apologize. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Fight for your rights, for your consumer rights, and
join
drink
us on
water.
Space
Marines, pull up. Discord down below. Just kidding. Maybe if there's enough interest, you know, if you want to pull up.
Idle Talk
how many can we have? Like six goons? 6
for
gooners?
PvE, yeah. For PvP is 4. No, actually, I'm lying. PvE is 4. For PvP, it's
PvP
like
6. So we need 3 more people. Anybody? I already got somebody in my DM saying, "Is this game fun?" I'm like, "Yes, it is."
It is very. Someone else also texted me when I posted. They're like, "Is this fun?" I was like, "Oh, so much."
Oh, so much fun. But I should have taken Fabian's offer and had him pay for mine because I paid the full $70.
Offers still up for the boys.
I mean, we better hope somebody takes advantage of it
because they might not because none of them seem like they want to play.
I think what you should do is, can you buy the game on PSN and gift it to somebody?
No, but I could send them Zelle money.
You could do that on Xbox. You could like buy the game.
Oh, that's cool.
Send as a send to one of your friends.
I can send money to someone.
Yeah, but you know, Muhammad's not allowed to receive money.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably why he said no.
So maybe you gotta hack his account.
I have to buy the physical copy and then give it to him.
I don't think he's got a disc PS5.
Really?
I have no idea.
Oh, then there's no way, dog.
No, maybe if you give him a gift card.
What if I send the money to Christian?
But they don't game share.
And then he game shares with Usman.
No, because he still game shares with my PlayStation.
But why? If you don't even use
mad games on there.
Oh, but he could undo it.
No, because we went halvesies. So when he.
You was going halvesies on games. Yeah, I get
games,
it.
Yeah. So if he unlinks
me and Joang do that sometimes because we
when he unlinks it, he loses access to the game.
But if Joang was like, "Yo, I'm not ever gonna go on the PlayStation anymore. Don't worry about it. You can start game share." I'll be like, "All right, yeah, no problem. I'll game share with someone else."
No, because then you lose all the games you bought with Joang.
So were you buying them on your account, not his?
Yeah, I was buying them on my account. And there were some games
we alternate.
No, but there were some games where I didn't want to buy at all, and then he
got them.
Yeah. So like when Siege came out, I had like $60 to
bro,
spend.
we said and then it's like an hour ago, bro. Come on. We always do this shit, bro.
No. Hey, you do it all the time.
I know.
I get to do it because I barely do it. All right?
I do it all the time.
So I'm leading the conversation. All right. Bye, guys. Favorite wants to go. Bye. See you tomorrow, or whenever. Bro, say we do this all the time. You do it all the time, bro. Nah, don't. Nah. Take credit. Take responsibility. The button underneath the lens. There's a button like literally. No. That's not a button.
That's not a button.
So don't move your right hand. Okay. With your left hand. Okay. Do you see where the knob is? The knob on the tripod itself. Yes. Right. Go up a little bit. No. Don't twist it. Don't twist it. What do you mean go up? Like grip it a little bit, and then go up. No. Don't move the knob. Move your hand up the shaft, pretty much. So now move it a little bit this way. Move it more inwards. Okay. Right where your index finger is, there's a little button. So push that and then slide it towards you. Harder than that needs to be.
Yeah, no shit, dickhead. You should have just gotten up and did it yourself because you know how to do it.
You're already there.
I was struggling. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? You started saying colors that I can't see. I was like, this nigga not helpful at all, bro.
But I did.
Like, if we was in a bomb situation, I would have blown up. He was not helpful. The red wire, I can't see red. Well, shit, dog. You don't have to figure it out.